All right? Let's talk about transition to power. So we really feel like the game is a series of transitions between a power position and a speed position. And you may call it shimmy, you may call it get back to a football position. We just say transition to power, understanding that the game is a series of movements between one position and the other. So let's use some punt return examples to start. All right, you can see our guys starting in a speed position here. Some of them are in a 2-point stance, some are in a 3-point stance. Out here on the gunners, we're in a power position detached from the core. All right, you can see our guys surge up the field. All right, and what are we doing? We're going from speed to power. Speed to power. Okay, let's watch it from behind. Let's watch number 9. He does a really nice job here. Okay, so what he's able to do there is buy time and space for the returner because he's done a great job of keeping his man at the line of scrimmage. I don't think he would be able to do that if he was in a speed position the entire time, because eventually that guy might get around him. And if he started that play in a power position, that blocker might say, oh, I don't think that guy's rushing because he's not gaining ground. So that blocker might get out sooner, all right? So our goal on this punt return is to buy time and space for the returner. And that's just as well done at the line of scrimmage as it's done down the field. Okay, watch these two guys down below. They're in a speed position, right? They surge off the ball. And look at the difference here, okay, with these two guys compared to that guy right there on the other side of the snapper. Right? So these two guys are 2-3 yards in the backfield, and this player's matchup is already close to 10 yards down the field running by him, okay? Because these two guys did an outstanding job at the line of scrimmage, surging up the field, really threatening those blockers like they're going to rush and block the punt, okay? Versus this guy over here, all right, who just stops at the line of scrimmage and lets his guy run by him. All right, 47 here, if he can't keep that guy in the framework of his body, that's okay. Now don't hold him, drop that offhand, all right, and now we get into the next phase of that return. Okay, over here, 34 does a nicer job of keeping that guy in front of him. He's able to stay in a power position a little bit longer. All right, let's talk about the same thing on kickoff return now. So we'll start with some drill work. All right, guys are starting in a power position. They're ripping their elbow and dropping. We like to use the lines because we can make sure they're opening their hip, all right, when they go from power to speed. And then they get back to power, right? And they settle, they're firm to block their man, okay? And we'd like to see them stay in a power position after they make contact. So in this case right here, it would be like the return is coming to them. All right, let's watch this right side here and see if it shows up on this return clip. So let's watch 35. The return's coming to him, right? He starts in a power position. He goes to a speed position. He gets the proper depth on his drop, and now he's back in power. Okay, he knows the return's coming to him, so he doesn't want to give a lot of ground. All right, and there it is. He strikes his man. He knows he should have right side leverage. Leverage is advantage, right? So he needs to have right side leverage because the return's coming to the right. All right, and he does a nice job right there staying in power and then restarting his feet to create some space for the returner. All right. Different game, different front line configuration on kickoff return, but the same techniques, the same principles. There's 35 now, okay, right in the middle of the field, all right, using the same technique, all right, but this time he never gets leverage, okay? The cover man ends up avoiding late, getting on an edge. All right, but you're going to see here from the tight shot that we still have a chance to be successful, all right, because he's able to settle, strike, and then restart his feet. Okay, so there he is. He's trying to stay in a power position. All right, he knows the return's coming to the right. All right, but there's the late avoid by the cover man. Okay, that's fine. Now just create space for us, okay? So now what we need you to do, all right, is just restart your feet and give us a butt to run behind. And that's exactly what he does right there.